What's good, family? Welcome back to the garden. Somewhat, see where I'm at, right? We're out here bringing more water to the trees, checking on the trees, making sure everything is good. And I just wanted to bring you along real quick just to show you guys that you can grow trees in the desert. It takes a little bit more work, a little bit more discipline, and a lot more water, but it's possible, it's doable. So let me give you guys a quick update as to how our buckets are holding up with watering our trees. And my lips are dry, excuse me. But let me show you this update. So this is the almond tree. The almond tree, she's looking beautiful. She's looking lovely. She's looking like she's doing just fine. She did drop her fruit, but that was expected. Since we put her in the ground, and then immediately she started, producing a lot of leaves and a lot of fruit, all right? And down there, you can see, we have the bearded sunflower. We call it the bee's knees. I don't know if anybody else calls it that, but that's what we call it because that thing attracts so many bees. But the buckets are doing exactly what we wanted them to do, right? I thought I had tops for these, but I don't, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out. But they are still watering just fine. So that's the almond tree. Over here we got the fig. You can see down there, the drip is active, so that's doing good. The pomegranate does not have a bucket. And the reason why is because the wonderful pomegranate does well in that area with very little maintenance, very little water, right? So we just water it like once every 2 weeks that we come. I have one at the house. Sometimes I don't water the thing for like a week or a month and it's doing just fine. So we're just giving this one until it gets established a little bit better. We're going to continue to give it water every week, but we don't leave it on the drip system. Lastly, we have the other fig, which is doing amazing as well, right? This is the one that we had at the house in the container for the longest time. And you can see we just topped off all the buckets and the drip is going just fine right there. So I did try to bring enough water to where I could give everything a quick hit of water, to get some immediate, hydration right now. And then I topped off with the barrels so that while we're gone, at least for the next couple of days, it can be getting the water out of the barrels and these things should be just fine. I do have a spare barrel over there for a tree that they got broken. It didn't make it because it snapped right in half. This is the nectarine that was looking beautiful a couple of weeks after we planted it, or a week after we planted it. And then a couple of weeks later, it just snapped. So I did put it in the ground. I just stuck the snap part in the ground because I was going to try to see if I could get it to root, but I didn't have if I was going to do that, I wanted to cut down to the cambium layer. I wanted to put some rooting hormone on it, the whole nine, but I didn't have anything with me because I didn't know that it was broken. So I was watering it just to see if we could get something to happen, but then I just stopped. I stopped because I felt like that water was a waste on this one, when we had 4 other trees that would have needed that water instead. They could have used that water instead. So, but yeah, the barrels are working great, just as expected. The trees are looking great. They were looking just a little bit dehydrated when we got here, but that was because we hadn't been out here in like 2 weeks, right? And the temperatures are getting closer to the 90s out here, a lot warmer out here than it is where we live at. So, but that's to be expected because remember, these barrels aren't supposed to last them at most a week, at most. All right, because of the rate of flow that comes out, you gotta account for evaporation and transpiration and all that other stuff. So these buckets were not designed or intended to last more than a week, but they were out here for 2 weeks, and the barrels were two of the 3 barrels were completely empty. This one had tipped over. I don't know if that's why it was empty, but it did tip over. But this one was empty. That one had enough water in it to probably keep it a little bit stable, but the water was below the exit point of that the tubing. All right, so it was below it. So in other words, it couldn't get out if it wanted to. All right. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Just wanted to give you guys an update, show you guys what was going on with the barrels, the trees out here. We do have 2 more trees we wanted to add to the garden, but I told Keisha I didn't want to bring those out here until we had more ways to actually water them. Because right now I only have, I just had to go buy 2 Home Depot buckets because my other buckets are breaking down. They're getting holes, they're getting cracks in the whole 9. So I'm like, I'm not going to come out here to water 6 trees with only 3 or 4 buckets. Like every tree needs its own bucket so that every tree can get what it needs at that moment. So just wanted to show you guys, give you guys an update as to what was going on with that. And that's it, y'all. So there you have it. If you were interested in building those buckets, I'll put the video right here so you guys can see how I made it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.